been a long time since scoring the game-winning goal as a freshman against Del Oro in overtime, hasn't it?
Yeah, it sure has.
Tell me about the 4 years here playing lacrosse.
Oh, it's amazing. But easily, like, the most fun I've had on a team. The team's great. They're all welcoming. It's a big family, and I like that.
You're one of the seniors now, one of the leaders on this team now. But a lot of the guys that you're playing with, you've played with before. Some of them are lower classes, but they've been on the varsity. Tell me about this year's group and what you think.
I'm excited. I've known these boys since they were like 8. I mean, I know them all well. We have great chemistry. I know how they play. They know how I play. And so I think it's going to be a really great chemistry to this year.
What do we expect this year? Kind of more of the same. I mean, playoffs last year. We'll get into that in just a second. But just overall, the approach, the style.
I think this year's approach, we're going to come out strong. I mean, last year, a lot of injuries at the end. I think we were bummed out for that. But I think this year, we got a lot of healthy players. We got almost all of them back. So we're going to just come out of this season like nothing ever happened. So
How cool was it to get to the playoffs last year?
it was cool. I'm bummed I didn't get to play, but it was great watching my team come out and put up a fight.
And how was the recovery going?
It was the mental part that was hard. I couldn't play, I couldn't do anything. But then once I got cleared, I came out like 4 days a week during the summer and then even during school. And I just kept it out and kept playing, and I'm back and I'm happy to be back.
Tell me about the importance of the fall program. As you know, we're all focused on football and basketball and everything like that, but you guys are out there playing a fall schedule. There's a summer schedule, I know in the past as well. How does that get you ready for the season?
It gets us ready just to keep us in shape. I mean, a lot of these kids, well, a lot of them do multi-sports, so they're in shape. Some of them, there's not a lot to do over the summer, so we come out and we get work and we make up new plays. It's a lot of installs, trying things, it's mostly being comfortable with being uncomfortable is really what that's all about.
Being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Let's expand on that. What does that actually mean?
It means if you're just if you're not comfortable with your left, the summer and the off season, that's your time to really put in work to get your skills pretty even. So if you're dodging left and you have that shot, it's not you're not I don't know, it's just you're not uncomfortable to take it. It's you're actually feeling confident to step up and take it instead of trying to switch to your right and then maybe getting checked and losing it.
Because it's a lot quicker if you're strong. If you're strong to the right and need to work on the left, and you've worked on the left, then you can just do that. Like you say, it leads to a quicker shot.
Yeah, it does. So that's what off season's all about, and just being comfortable with everything.
Okay, so what's next for you? This is your last year, senior graduation's coming up here in a couple of months. As a matter of fact, what's next?
I'm going to college to San Marcos, and they got a club team, which they're pretty good, and so I'm going to try out for them and hopefully be on that team and make an impact.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Good luck, and we look forward to seeing you during the season.
Thank you.
Long stick defense. What goes into playing that position?
A lot of grit. You gotta work hard. You gotta be able to hit people.
And you got to like hitting people, right?
Yeah, you gotta like hitting people.
Tell me about this off season, getting ready for this team or this year. What's that been like for you?
Well, I played 2 sports this off season. I played soccer and lacrosse for the Chubby Unicorns, and just working all through the off season, just trying to get ready for this season. It's my senior year. I gotta show up.
You've been on varsity all 4 years?
No, this will be my second year on varsity.
Second year on varsity. Okay, so pardon my memory. So tell me how your varsity experience last year preps you for this year. You had the playoff run last year, so that was obviously very exciting.
I played basically every game last year. I broke the school record for number of takeaways in the season, so I'm really excited to see what I can do next year and take this team a little farther, maybe get a playoff win.
Okay, so, and you also have a benchmark now. You set the record last year. It's more this year, right?
Yes, hopefully. I hope to do better.
Now, how do you make that happen? You mentioned you liking to hit people. I'm sure that's part of it. But how do you get in there? How do you make it happen to where you force the turnovers and get the turnovers?
You just stay on their hands, make it so they can't get free, they can't get away from you. Just stay on their hands and just stay there.
And when do you know when to attack? Because you defensive guys, especially the long stick, it's there's a process involved with that. You can't just run. Somebody else has to stay back. So when do you decide when you might be able to have a chance to attack?
When they're behind X or at crease is one to safer time because they're behind the goal, they can't score on it. And then other times when they're facing you, just have your hands out there, throw a poke, maybe get a little stick in there, and hope they drop it.
And how about on offense? I know you're focused on defense, but you guys have an opportunity from the defense to turn into an offensive guy if the right situation is there. So how do you make that decision where you've got the ball and you might have a chance to attack on the offensive side?
You just run it down the field, but if the guy is coming at you, I'm a long pole. I'm going to pass it off to an attack and let them have that opportunity to actually shoot and score.
But if you're wide open,
I'm taking that. If I'm wide open, I'm going to take a shot, yes.
now, are you the one that calls midi back also, or does somebody else have to see that? Because somebody else has to stay back when you do that.
Usually you call midi back, but you expect if it's not my problem that a midi gets back. If I'm running up the field, a midi's got to get back.
I see. What's your outlook on this year? What are your thoughts on the schedule? I know there's a lot of tough teams. You face a lot of tough teams in the league. What's your thoughts on the season?
I think we're gonna have a great season. It's gonna be a little tougher than last year, but I think we have a really good team, and we could definitely have a very good season.
All right. Well, Trent, thanks for joining us. Good luck. We'll see you on the field.
All right, thank you.
You've been on this team since your freshman year. Tell me about how being there from the start, playing varsity, has helped you.
Yeah, from the start, I was a little guy. I mean, not like a super little guy, but I was always a little smaller, so I had to play up with the big kids, and definitely like I've gotten tougher because of that. And especially playing with like great players like Mateo Polanco. Coming from the youth to playing Mateo Polanco, who would then go to be a D2 commit, that was crazy, and I feel like that's only built my skill.
And obviously it's helped you get into a position now, a junior. You got one more year after this. You feel like you're really coming into your role now on the varsity?
Yeah, this year I'm probably going to be bouncing around a little more, and I like that. Yeah, I really like my role this year.
So by bouncing around, we know you as a defensive long pole, right?
Yes.
So bouncing around sounds like maybe not all the time.
Yeah, I might be picking up a short stick this year, playing some defensive midi, maybe even a little on the offense. I'm probably going to be playing a little bit more at pole this year since we've lost two of our, defensive poles.
I asked Trent Sheridan this question, and I'll ask you, and it sounds like you're going to get the opportunity. As the defensive guy with the long pole, and you've got the ball, how do you know when to attack on the offensive side? How do you know when to attack, to make that sprint toward the goal, call out the midi to stay back, all of that stuff that goes into it?
Yeah, definitely. Like you can just tell when you're running down. If you're ahead of the rest of the crowd, it's just you and the attack and the defensive poles there, and they don't slide. That's when you attack. That's when you strike. And then once you show that you can do that, that's when you start passing it off, and when it becomes easier because they view you as a threat.
There you go. Tell me about this year's team. Obviously you've played with a lot of these guys, a lot of them coming back from last year. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that we have a super strong team this year. I think we may have lost some great players like Max Morris and Matthew Bunny, but players have stepped up a ton. That's always how it works. Max wasn't super good when Mateo was there, so we have players stepping up like that, like Avery. I'm proud of a lot of the juniors. Avery, Joe, some of our seniors like Will. I'm really happy to see him out here. And then Jackson. I think those guys are going to be huge goal scorers this year, more than they have before.
We've seen some of the guys that were on the JV the past couple of years. They shined at the JV level. Maybe the opportunities just weren't there, mainly because of some of the names you just rattled off. But now some of these guys are going to come up, and they're going to get their opportunity too.
Yeah, no, I think some of these JV players, that they're coming up, they had some great experiences on JV. They've gotten some confidence, and yeah, I think they're really going to kill it out there.
And I've been asking about the off-season program because you play in the fall. You keep those skills up. Tell me about the fall program, how it helps you get ready for spring.
Yeah, the fall program it just keeps us frosty the whole time. I mean, you can play other sports and stay active, the whole year, but if you don't touch your stick, then it's going to be a long time to get into that habit again of, catching, throwing, and being like accurate. So the off season, not only, does it keep us like we're practicing the whole time, 2 days a week, the games, we play a lot of games, and it's definitely hard work, and we're playing against other teams in the league. So not only are we getting like reps against other players that are, super good, it's like emulating the games we'll play in spring, but we're also like seeing the other players on the other teams. It's a small world. Those are the same players that we're going to be playing in season.
We're in the line of fire a little bit there, so glad nothing got hit here. So to the Bella Vista faithful out there watching this right now, what can they expect to see on February 24th?
I think they are going to see a win. I think we are going to crush it out there. And it's not going to come easy, but I think this team has put a lot of hard work in, and we are just going to take it to them.
Crowds over the last few years have been really energetic, too, as the program has been building. Do you feed off that? Do you hear them?
Yeah, we totally feed off of that energy. We hear them all the time. My favorite was Max's dad, Dexter. I mean, that guy out there, always yelling at the ref, keeping them accountable, So, yes, we feed off of that energy, and, that only makes us more energetic out on the field.
Okay, so fans, you've got the directive from Rylan Wilson himself. Bring it and bring the noise. Maybe you don't have to do that ref thing, but bring the noise, right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, Rylan, thank you very much. Good luck this season. We'll see you around.